Good. All right, good evening, everybody. Go ahead and call the May regular Jacksonville North Pulaski School Board meeting to order. Jacksonville North Pulaski School District will be the model district where every learner is valued, empowered to become a successful contributing member of society. We will foster a culture of ownership, accountability through partnerships that create multiple pathways for success. Mr. Moore, would you call the roll, please?
Carl Smith.
Here.
Daniel Wright.
Here.
Ava Coleman.
Here.
Jim Moore here. Ron McDaniel. Present. Dina Brockway.
Here.
Lauren Martin.
Here.
Laura Walker.
Here.
Very good, sir. Thank you. Okay. You join me as we stand for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. First item I have on the agenda is a legal update, but I do not see Mr. Scott with us yet. Or
No,
we're skipping that. All right. One day. So then we have our facilities update. Who would like to go first?
Oh, Matthew Swain with WR. So,
Wait, ask you to speak.
Oh, yeah,
into
the microphone.
for, please, sir.
there it goes. Okay, Matthew Swain, WR. Couple of things. We almost have division approval on the middle school addition, so that should be going out to bid either this following Sunday or the one next. So that should be ready to go and on its way out. We finished the schematic design packages for Taylor and Valmeda, and we would like to schedule, if possible, a board workshop for that with you guys. Elementary and middle, JS and middle school are finishing up. There's a few little technical things we're taking care of even there. Those should be wrapping up with the little straggler things pretty soon. So that's about all we have for that.
And Matthew mentioned, I think May 16th.
Yeah, May 16th would work for us well if it works for you. If there's another day that works better for you guys, we can make that work as well.
It's in 2 weeks.
We have the retirement reception from 5:30, starting at 5:30. It's 7, it's 5:30, 7.
That won't work.
That's fine. We can find another day.
How's the 23rd? 23rd? No, that was over here.
I'm T-ball that night.
What?
I'm a T-ball coach. T-ball that night.
It'd be hard to find a non-T-ball night. About
We
the
had Tuesday, we do a Tuesday.
17th. Or the 17th. 17th, going once.
I think that should work for us.
Fine, so
Work for you guys.
What time?
6,
Whatever time
5:30.
works for you guys.
How early can we do it? Can we do it 5:30?
5:30.
Or do you just want to keep it at 6 so we don't show up 30 minutes late? Let's do 5:30. Let's get home a little earlier.
5:30 to 17.
5:30
Going
on
once.
17th.
Going twice.
So,
You're gonna do it here or conference?
we probably.
We've done those in the past in like the computer lab, yeah. So that we have the big screen that we can look at.
We'll do it in room 1. do 114.
114, room 114.
Is that good?
17.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right,
Do you guys have anything?
Baldwin and Shell.
All right, Brian Force, Baldwin and Shell. I just wanted to give you kind of a quick update for the elementary school and the middle school. The elementary school, now that they've been in there for, I guess, a full semester, we've had a couple things pop up that we're taking care of. I just wanted to kind of give everybody an update on that. The assistant principal's office, we did get that priced out and approved. And so during summer break, we're going to get in there and turn one of the storage rooms into the assistant principal's office. PR 16, which was adding some overhead rolling storm shutters in the gym. That pricing has been submitted to WER, and we're just waiting a decision on whether or not you guys want to move forward with that or not. It was kind of a pricey one. Some of the
Well, and we may want to have a discussion on that too, because there was some concern, I think Mr. Moore brought it up, that in the storm shelter for the elementary school, instead of having a rolling storm shelter cover, we have the doors that open in and out, and they are approved storm doors. To replace those, it's a little over 100,000. And so that is a concern for us to use that when it's coming out of the building fund. So because it was a matter that was brought up to the construction company, we wanted.
What was the reasoning to replace it?
Part of the problem was that the doors did not latch properly. The mechanism they had to lock the doors would not hold the doors if we had a strong wind force coming through, and there was low doors.
Can I not just fix the doors?
Well, that's what I told them when I was talking to them. There ought to be some way to fix these. Plus, the other problem exists. The office could not control it. If the office gets controlled or gets notified early about the storm or a tornado hitting this way, we need some kind of mechanism that allows those doors to be shut immediately. So I don't know what transpired on that as far as trying to find something. I think I talked.
So just a couple of things. The hardware that's on the doors is actually FEMA rated hardware that's on the door. It's just that the upper latch is too high for somebody to reach,
Right.
so you'd have to get on a short ladder to actually throw the bolt to make it work. So that's a difficulty, if you will. But the hardware that's on the door that came with the door is FEMA approved hardware, and it's rated and tested for the winds. So that's not the issue. It's just whether you actually get to the hardware to latch it without having a short ladder to do that. So
Can there be a longer bolt?
there could be a longer bolt, a longer slide that we could do that, but we have to fabricate something to go on the door to do that. So,
Why don't we table this and have a further discussion on the 17th?
okay.
And let's talk about that, and if there's maybe we come up with some options to fabricate something too, to see them.
I wasn't really interested in a roll-up type, but I wanted that to where somebody could reach it. I mean,
Yeah, so you're either getting the type that's on there now, which is a steel door, or you get the roll-up type. And the roll-up types, they only sell automatic roll-up type doors. So it has to be that, and right now, everything just costs more. I mean,
Sure.
it's normally a $30,000 shutter. It's what it normally is, but now it's like $45,000.
And there's two of them.
And there's two of them, yes.
put that on the schedule.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the next work session.
We'll wait for a decision on that. Some other things that were got in the works for spring break or summer break is we had one wood door that was incorrect. We had to order that and long lead time, but we do have that coming in here mid this month for the computer lab. We'll get that switched out. The stair nosings that the principal wanted over there, we've got those on order. Those should be here at the end of the month. We'll get that wrapped up for you. And then we had some issues with the playground surface out there. I've got new materials on order for that. We're going to get that prepared for you guys. We had, let's see, some server upgrades for the cameras out there. We've been talking about that for quite some time and got that kind of figured out. And I believe there was 2 options presented, and I believe Dr. Oa, I think you guys are working on reviewing both those options to let us know which way you want to go. And then we've also had some discussion on some of the HVAC controls, and we've actually got a big meeting at our office tomorrow to discuss all 4 schools and talk about all these control issues and what we need to do to get that wrapped up for you guys and corrected. As far as the elementary school, that's about what we've got. The middle school, I know Matthew's already talked about it, but we are just working with y'all to get ready for that expansion at the middle school. Any questions? All right.
Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we think by the board workshop date, Baldwin and Shell should have schematic pricing for a technical evaluation, if that's correct. So we'll have that little extra bit of information if we, that was one of the reasons for those dates in May too, so, okay?
Awesome. All right, any other questions?
Mr. Gray, if I can add, since we're on facilities, the DESI, Facility Transportation did meet last week, and we did receive our partnership funding amount for a biometer, so we're able to move forward with that. So.
Good deal.
Have we not received it for rural payment?
No, sir, we received partial for what we initially applied for, but that wasn't for the full partnership funding. And so we won't learn of that until this time next year.
And that was the one that was in question.
Right.
It is the one that's in question, but we're assuming it's gonna have a favorable response from the comments.
We've been working with Tim Kane from the facilities department division most of the year, going back and forth. And so they come out and reassess the Earl Taylor facility and have moved forward to approve. And said that they would do a full replacement. So,
Okay.
so now we're just waiting on funding.
I thought we already got that approved.
Well, yes, to do a full replacement now. Originally, we did not have the full replacement approved. So now that we have that approved, now we have to wait to make sure it's funded, the project is funded.
And it's a year 2.
Year 2. No, it was a year 1, it's part of the 23-25 cycle, because we're ending 21-23.
And we're still planning on building both Alameda and Earl Taylor's at the same time.
Well, we're hoping that when we receive the pricing from Baldwin and Shell, the work session, that's something that we'll talk about. And Dr. Stein is actually working with Tim Kane to get prior approval, because in order for us to do it before we receive the partnership funding, so that we don't lose the partnership funding, we have to get that approved from the facilities division. And so we've had preliminary conversations with Mr. Kane, but we'll have to file the official paperwork when the board decides to move forward with that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you all very much. I appreciate y'all coming out. All right, that takes us to our superintendent's report. Dr. Owen.
All right. Good evening, everyone, again. Just a few updates. First, we want to just say how much we appreciate Mr. Johnny Brockway for providing our dinner for the board and staff tonight. Mr. Brockway, appreciate it. And then we also want to recognize May 1st was National Principals Day. And so we wanted to, we recognized him today with the breakfast. And then today also started National Teacher Appreciation Week. And so we'll be recognizing our teachers all week long. And a lot of the community partners are also helping us recognize it as well. So, in addition to that, the Pinewood Auction, we had a total of 107 lots. Only 2 did not sell, which was some student desks, but the profit, the total amount received was $3,498, but some of that goes to pay the actual auctioneer. And so that was the Pinewood Auction, and the team with Mr. Lester will start preparing for North Pulaski high school, the excess furniture there, and then debris after that. The classified PPC did vote to, of course, based on law, after the board votes on any additional changes to the personnel policy, in order to put it into effect the current year, it has to be a 90% approval vote across the classified or certified, if it's certified. And the classified classified employees did vote to put into place the revised summer school salaries, or what we pay hourly rate. And so that was a favorable vote. We also have, we talked about the partnership funding, we talked about the board workshop, wanted to talk about the bio meetup. I believe Mr. Lester updated Mrs. Brockway about the school zone lights. He's been in communication, Mr. Lester's been in communication with Judge Hyde to update the school zone lights out there. And what we're doing is to look at the most feasible way to get those updated, but also to be able to move them when the new school site is built. And so we're looking at what options, but Judge Hyde has been working with Mr. Lester on that. And so we feel positive that he'll help us move forward with that as quick as possible. Senior activities, of course, you know, and I shared the dates with you all. The most important one, of course, for our seniors, probably the May 14th date, which is prom, and then May 21st, which is graduation. But the day before that, graduation is the senior parade, as well as the graduation practice. So more information will come from that. Now, talking about seniors, the last thing I want to talk to you about is the idea we received initial approval from DESI to do this, but we would like to move forward with allowing our seniors to purchase their Chromebooks at the end of the school year. Kevin Martin, our Director of Technology, has gone through the paperwork to get that approved from DESI. And what happened is, what we would like to do, the Chromebook that the scholars receive, they keep, and then at the end of their senior year, they're able to purchase that for $10. And so we wanted to bring that before you all and ask if there are any questions or concerns about that. You can to make it official.
Sounds like we need a motion to approve that.
I make a motion to approve it.
Second.
All right, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous.
That is my superintendent's report. Thank you.
Very good, sir. Consent agenda. We got the minutes, assistant soup report, and the financial report. Is there anything on here that needs to be pulled down for discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve as presented. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Next item we've got is the automobile mileage rate reimbursement changes from the federal government.
Yes, sir. Due to the increase in gas prices, the rate of mileage reimbursement at the federal level and state level has increased from 42 cents to 52 cents. And so as a district, we wanted to make sure that we're also equivalent to that as well, since we know that gas prices just didn't increase on federal, state level, also increase on the local level. And so the recommendation is to approve the temporary reimbursement for the use of privately owned motor vehicles on official business to 52 cents per gallon.
All right, we got a recommendation from Dr. Ola. Do I think you're going to motion to approve?
I said per gallon first, I said per mile.
Gotcha.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. All right, special education assurances and agreements for 22 and 23.
Every year, the district has to acknowledge and accept that we will abide by the legal statutes as it pertains to special education. And so we will sign this, as well as President grade. And so the recommendation is to approve the statement of intent and assurances as presented as outlined in the documents.
All right, any questions? Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I'll get a motion to second to approve the superintendent's recommendation. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? That passes unanimously. Next item is the Biomeda real estate contract. Is that, can we take that one?
Yes, sir. Please.
All right. So the title work came in today. Got to clear, there was a little hiccup on the survey legal address. That got fixed today as well. So we should be good to move forward. Spoke to the seller as well today. We're going to try and close this week, probably Thursday or Friday, just try to get the schedules lined up and the documents prepared. So we should have that property secured and be ready to move forward. So, all right, next item I've got is personnel. And I think we've got an addendum
Yes, sir.
to the packet. So first thing I want to do is make a motion to approve this addendum for addition to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, so that addendum plus the regular personnel that was already in the regular packet are before us. Any questions on personnel? I remind everyone that it'll be handled in executive session. Is there a desire for executive session, or are we moving forward with that?
Make a motion to an executive session.
Okay, we'll move into executive session then for discussion on personnel. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting back into regular session. Next item on our agenda is our personnel, and we've got a recommendation from Dr. Owen to approve the personnel report as amended and addendum to the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Mr. Gray, if I could make an announcement, you know, when we always have personnel members to return, it's always a plus. And so if I could officially welcome back Kenneth Miller as our middle school principal. And of course, he's over there sitting next to another guru administrator, Ms. Councilman. So Mr. Miller, will you stand so everyone can see you? Welcome back.
All right, next item we got is student disciplinary actions. You need help passing this down?
We have 3.
All right. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve superintendent's recommendation.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Pick them up and pass them. Thank you. I know.
Yeah, that's it.
This one too. This one too.
Yeah.
All right. Do I hear a recommendation? Or I hear a motion on the recommendation?
Motion to approve the superintendent's recommendation.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you. recommendation from Dr. Ola. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Quick question, as far as, when it says upon return pursuant to handbook policy, the handbook policy, put them in.
Yeah, we-
Okay, I saw that on some of the others, I just didn't see it on this one, so I'll make sure. I thought so. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. That's all. Thank you. All right, that concludes everything on the agenda except for Mr. McDaniel.
Hey, make a motion, we adjourn. Oh, wait a minute,
I just had a quick question. The bricks, is there an update on those?
Yes, thank you. We have today sold 44 legacy bricks. About 4 of those are the 8x8, the larger bricks. And so we're partnering with Arkansas Products. And so Mr. Pulowski has ordered those. And so we're waiting for the first round to come in, and Russ is not here. And Russ with WER is working with us to have someone to actually build the walkway for us. And so, so right now, we're still selling and waiting to get those in from Steve, and then we'll move forward with them. So hopefully early summer, we'll see some movement out there.
That's it.
Got a motion on the floor
I remake the motion to adjourn.
for adjourn. Thank y'all.
It wasn't as smooth as I'm just saying.
We've only